Hi everybody and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about professionalism and more importantly how you can be seen as a professional and not a helper. A lot of times with the skills that we have, we come into interpreting because we want to help people. But there are some key things that you can do and focus on to make sure that people are seeing you as a professional, making it worth paying you and getting you more work. The first thing is you have to have confidence in what you're doing. You have to feel good about your skill sets. You have to, even when you don't feel like it, like today I'm doing a video, don't have the confidence, but faking it till we make it. So you want to have good body language, good posture. You want to have your head held high. And you want to project that, hey, I'm a professional, I'm here, and I'm here to add value to the work that's being done. The next one is to remember who you represent. So it's not just about you, it's not just about the patient. As you're getting paid to be a professional service provider, you represent yourself as a business, you represent the company who may have offered you the appointment or the encounter, and most importantly, you represent their customer or the client. You represent the healthcare facility. And so it's really important to keep all of those dynamics in mind. But in the interpreting encounter itself, you also represent the patient and the provider. And so we have to put on a few different hats, but it's important to not lose focus of all of the people that we're representing. The next one, I feel very strongly about this. We'll call it personal grooming. You have to take what you wear seriously. If you're walking in street clothes, if you have a t-shirt on, if you're wearing your night out clothes, those types of things, that's not going to have you seen as a professional. You want to make sure that you're in business casual. You want to have some consistency. You don't want to be wearing hats. You want to make sure that if you have piercings, they're under control, and you really want to represent yourself as a professional. A good way to do that is to come back to the previous point of who you represent and represent yourself as they do. Represent yourself the way the organization does. Look at that branding. Look at the organization that you're working for, who gave you the encounter, and really see yourself as that professional and invest a little bit in that. The next one is preparation. We can't prepare for everything, but we have to be prepared for what's going to be in the encounter. We have to have a good vocabulary. We'll discuss that in a later video. But you have to be prepared and understand what type of environment you're going to be working in. You have to know the processes. You have to understand the facility. You have to understand protocols and how things work and what the workflows are. So you have to be able to look at that, and each is different. So it's going to be more complex if you're in healthcare and then you're in a school setting and then you're in a court setting and then you're in a business setting and then you're doing insurance. So that makes it a little bit more complicated, but it is important to prepare ahead of time for the different environments that you're going to be in. The next thing is environment. So you have to be aware of, do you need closed-toed shoes? Do you have to have a mask on? What is the background? You have to be aware of where you're working and what those protocols are, especially in this time of COVID and with all of the changing dynamics of what's open, what isn't open, what the expectations are. It's really important that you understand the environment you're working in, because when you're familiar with where that is, you're going to be able to project even more confidence. There's nothing worse than stepping into a situation and having to anticipate the complete unknown and then having to play that catch up. Finally, with making sure that people see you as a professional and not a helper, is that you are your own brand. And so whether it's an employer, whether it's a subcontracted position, whether you're your own business, you are your brand. So the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak, the way that you dress, and your preparation and your confidence is all going to make your successes even more fruitful. So to recap, the things that you can pay attention to in being a professional is having confidence, remember who you represent, be prepared, personal grooming, what environment you're going to be working in, and finally, you are your own brand. So if this was helpful, if you liked the video, if you have something to say about it, be sure to like us, be sure to comment, and be sure to subscribe so you get all of the updated videos as they come out. Thank you very much, guys, and have a great day.